out there, guys. It synced up again. When I went out there, I went to Walgreens and I was walking by the gas station on the way there. And this car pulls up in the gas station parking lot, and then he like backs up again, and then he just like backs all the way up, like right next to me, like he was gonna back into me almost. Like he stopped right when he got to me, and then he just drives back out of the parking lot. Like he just drove into the parking lot and backs up and then drives back out of the parking lot and then meets me at the intersection as he drives out and then drives behind me synced after across the street. And then there was another van that did that in another parking lot on the way to Walgreens. Like just drove out in front of me synced and then drove back out of the parking lot again. And just kept driving the same direction of the street. And then on the way back, when I was walking by that gas station, or when I was walking up to the intersection before it, when I get to the intersection, there's a guy like putting his gas nozzle into his car, and he has a red shirt. And then when I get across the street, there's a guy taking the gas nozzle out of his car. And then getting in his car, and then I think he just sat there, like he didn't drive off until I left, until I was out of sight. And then there are these birds. Like this guy got in his car synced, and there were these birds like next to it. I didn't think about it until after, but like these birds were like right next to his car, and they didn't fly away when he slammed the door, but then they fly away like as this whitey's driving by him. It's like the whitey's startling him, but it's as I'm walking by a crosswalk though. But it's like, why didn't the door slamming startle the birds, you know, because they're like right next to the guy's car. Like they didn't fly away then, but they fly away when the whitey drives by right after that, and it's also at the exact moment I'm walking by a crosswalk, and they like fly straight up, like all these birds, this like big flock of birds, and they just like fly straight up in this tree. And then as I'm walking by like where they flew up, there's one more bird that flies up like right next to me. And then outside right now, I just saw this truck park synced with I think it was a bobcat or something, some type of thing like that. Like a bobcat snowplow thing or whatever. And then it's like they try to like, it's like they want to like disorient you, basically like. This truck drove by me, and then there was this loud engine behind me at the same time, and it's like, it's like they want to just like confuse your nervous system or whatever. Just like just like you never know what to expect. You never know what's gonna come next and where it's gonna come from and what it's gonna sync with and when it's gonna be and what color is it gonna be and what time is it gonna be. It's gonna be what? What's it gonna sync with and what's the sync gonna sync with? Just never know. So yeah, there's just a bunch of cars that were like pulling up. Like there's a couple cars like when I cross the street, they're just like driving out in front of me or whatever. Oh yeah, and then when I walk up to the street, like a leaf blows out in front of me right when I walk up to the street. Like this is always happening. And like it'll just be one leaf just skittering across the street in front of me. Right directly in front of me. Right when I walk up to the street, or right when I get across the street, or some moment like that. This is just always happening, like all the time. And the wind synchronizes things. It synchronizes leaves blowing in front of me. There was one video a long time ago where like this cup, this like plastic cup on the ground, like comes up behind me on the street. Like I'm walking up the sidewalk at night recording, and like this plastic cup is like a plastic like Dixie cup or whatever, like a clear one. It like comes up off of the street. It's just like coming up this, blowing up the street toward me, and then it just like blows up onto the grass next to me, or like up over the curb next to me. And I was just like, is this a sink cup? Like I was just kind of like joking, like half joking in a way. But then looking back, I'm like, no, it was a fucking sink cup. They sink things with the fucking wind. Like leaves will just blow in like bags, plastic bags. Sometimes a Target bag. I've seen that before. But I think just one time I've seen it. A couple times maybe. Just bags would be blowing in the wind. And like little pieces of cotton ball things or whatever. Just like all different types of things synced up, blowing in the wind. And the wind synced up itself. Like just the wind starting up synced. It gets windy as I walk up to the intersection or whatever. And like it'll be like no wind, and I'll walk up to the street, and then just like a gust of wind comes and blows a leaf out in front of me. That's it. And just like it's just always happening. And like it'll happen at the same time that a whitey drives in front of me or whatever and shit, and like shit like that. So it's just always happening. And there's definitely several videos, I think, where just like a leaf comes and just like falls directly in front of me. I don't know how that works. Are these Westworld trees? Because that just seems like a leaf falling out of a tree. Like, is a squirrel dropping a leaf synced or something? Like, what's happening? But it just seems to happen a lot at synced moments. I don't know. But definitely the wind synchronizes leaves. I know that for sure. I know it might sound crazy because it is, but it does. So, and then there's these videos where you can see the wind synchronizing, like I've said before, where like there's the one like last fall where I walk up to the path, like where the path starts. I walk up to the edge of the tree line, and it's like the start of this path that I'm walking on. And like right at that moment, the wind starts blowing. You can see the leaves moving on the video. It's just not windy at all before that, and right at the moment that I walk up to the path, it starts getting windy. So synced wind, synced lightning and thunder. Yup. And they can make it rain in California, but they won't. And they can whatever. They can send a tornado to your house if they want to, or whatever. and then just pick you up through the window and leave your dog and your family. It's crazy how like tornadoes can just like pick something up and then like set it down gently and shit and do weird shit like that. I think tornadoes are like man-made, in my opinion. Like I don't think they exist in nature, in my opinion. They're not man-made, reptilian-made, or whatever they are. Anyway, the semi just pulled up and parked, and I think he did a synced, and then he's getting out as the whitey drives through the intersection. Yep, he's doing it synced. My other neighbor started coughing, making sounds again last night, I think, and again this morning. So he's back with the closer to the wall sounds. He's doing quieter sounds for like a week. And then I saw this guy when I was outside too. He had this like, he was like turning in front of me on the sidewalk like right before I walked up to the intersection. But I guess he was stalking me because it was right before it. But I don't know, maybe he wasn't stalking me, but I think he was. But he had this hat, these like horns, like devil horns, and I'm like, are they supposed to scare me or something? I don't know. He just turned in front of me like right before I walked up. But it wasn't right at the exact moment though. This truck with one headlight just synced and a bunch of syncs. And then when I went out this morning, there was an armored truck and a bunch of sync heads. I saw a piglet and I saw an ambulance when I was just outside. Like the ambulance didn't have a siren on, but it was synced though. And I saw a bunch of sync. And there were these cars honking, like honk, 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 honk. And they were both red cars. It's dumb shit. people with these weird ass smirks on their face as they stalk me. And they stare over at me with this weird ass smirk on their face. And I'm like, what, dude? Tell me. Tell me what it is. Tell me why this guy is getting this truck right now, seen through the whitey. And then 2 red cars synced and a tan truck synced. And nothing. And then whitey truck. And then he sinks with the red truck. Sing. And then I saw a tan truck again synced. Sing. And that's probably it for this video. Here's the guy from the semi. He's walking. Is he gonna walk synced? He's rolling the cart. Is he gonna sync? He's gonna walk by me. Did he do it synced? I think he did. I think he did it synced with these cars. And then there's more cars synced with the cars that are synced, and then they're synced, and then there's more cars synced. Oh, there's another semi. He's gonna park next to me, I think. He parked right, just parks in front of the corner of the building right as the car drives out from the corner of the building, from behind the corner of the building. There's a silver car and there's a silver car behind it, and then it syncs with whitey, and then there's a parade of stalkers on 2 different streets. There's this garbage truck this morning outside my apartment that was just like dumping the dumpster, and he's just like just like kept like it was like the dumpster was like stuck on the garbage truck or something. He's like trying to like bang it off of or some shit. It was like something stuck at the bottom of the dumpster. He's trying to like like I don't know what he was doing out there. And he just kept making these banging sounds. He just be obnoxious as fuck with the garbage trucks. Like, I don't think you have to bang it like that to dump the garbage. Like, they just do it on purpose. They just do it louder than usual outside of my apartment, right outside of my window. Or wherever I'm at, or whatever. And they do it, like, as I walk up the street, I'll hear them, like, a block away from me, making synced up garbage sounds, garbage dumping sounds. I'll sync it up as I walk by a crosswalk. I saw a bunch of silver cars synced, and then the first semi is taking off again. And then the other semi is starting back up too. It was like re-parking. Oh, he's waiting for the other semi to leave. Okay. He's driving forward. Looks like they're synced with each other though. The one semi is driving out on the street as the other one is driving by me. And then there's also this guy walking that looks synced and a bunch of cars that look synced at the same time. And then the semi probably went syncs with the car getting to the intersection, and then the other semi is driving. I thought he went out of the parking lot, but he's coming back around the parking lot. This other truck is taking off synced with him, getting to the edge of the parking lot, and then there's a whitey synced, and then the guy is getting out of the truck synced with the whitey, and there's other whiteys synced. And these banging sounds outside, like right outside of my apartment. Oh, it was the ramp of the semi. He like parked the back of the trailer next to me, and he like dropped the ramp right as the guy in the other truck slammed his truck door. And that was that loud banging sound they all heard. And then we're gonna keep going. The guy's wheeling the cart back, and the other guy in the other truck is taking off behind him as he walks in front of it. And he's going up the ramp now as the truck turns out. Oh, and then there's another guy that walked by me at the same time. And then there's a red and blue truck synced to each other and also synced with a silver car. Oh, and then this stalker van in the parking lot started at some stalker that moment because it's a stalker that's always stalking. He's probably driving the guy who walked in front of the van. Is it fun to pretend someone's after you? I don't know. I've never pretended that. Is it fun? Is this meth psychosis? No, it's not meth psychosis. Just plain schizophrenia? No. It's not that either. I see a tail lift. He synced with Whitey. You got any other questions? This blue truck just parked. He's got this trailer. And he like parks the trailer in front of the intersection. And right when he parks, there's a red car driving through the intersection. There's a blue truck with the trailer. And then I just saw two red cars sink to each other. There's probably 100 more red and blue cars out there right now or something. How long have I been what way? And then the blue truck. So like I said, the blue truck parks and the trailer is in front of the intersection and red car synced, right? In front of the blue truck, there's a blue car. Like in between me and the blue truck, there's a blue car, and then in between me and the trailer, there's a red car. Like parked in the parking lot. And he's like parked sideways. And he's putting up the ramp now. And there's someone walking up and he's scratching their nose and he's thinking, that's the same guy from before, I think. I don't know, is it? Maybe not. The refrigerator just turned on right when the guy closed put the ramp all the way up, whatever. Think these people even know you're alive? Yeah. I see a bunch of whiteys right now. And then the wind is blowing this like piece of paper in front of this whitey as he like backs up and starts driving forward again, and then it's blowing back the other way now. Are they gonna sink with him again? It didn't do it that time. But it looked synced. It was probably synced. I don't know. Definitely all these cars are synced though. But I saw that the other night though. Like I saw this like plastic bag like blow across the parking lot, like synced with something, with a car or whatever it synced with. And then it like blows back the other way across the parking lot and sinks again. You know, you saw trucks beeping right when I walked through the doorway. Oh! The refrigerator just turned off, I think. Didn't it just turn off? I don't know what the fuck's happening. It was that one night my water heater like kept turning on like a bunch of times. And it was synced up every time. And my toilet was sinking in again. Like an hour or two ago or something. My toilet. There's just like one bubble that came up through the toilet bowl. It was like, whoop! It just does it synced every time that it does it. Just does it at a very seemingly synced moment every time. just every time, which is pretty frequently, but not every day though. Not that frequently, but pretty frequently. Medium rare. That whitey that just parked a minute ago is taking off sync to the car getting to the intersection. I don't even know if he ever got out of the whitey. I didn't see him. He might have got out. I don't know. It says, keep staring out the window. You're doing great things. Thanks. But stop staring out the window now, though, I think. So, see y'all next time.